Hey, what's up, Yawkins? It was back for final gameplay of The Witcher 2. Just gonna give you a bit of warning. The credits are super long in this one, but yeah, whatever. Who cares? So, end of the game. I'm pretty happy with this one. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Here we go.
I tell you, shatter your In a hurry to see the deliberations.
Here on urgent business.
Your dress seems to confirm it. Excuse you indeed. I suppose I couldn't much care. I've heard what I came to hear.
And what, pray tell, was that?
The rightful heir will ascend to the Aedirnian throne. There will be peace in the land. What more could one want?
Prince Stennis is here?
King Stennis. Crowned 2 days past in Vengerberg. Merely send a messenger here. All those present promptly agreed that he will make a good ruler.
Hey, where's the voiceover? I should have said I was getting 1,000 frames right there. That's hilarious.
Good that you're here. We don't have much time.
Seems like we never do.
First, we have to get by the guards.
Leave that to me.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
So kill everyone. Cool.
The Kingslayer! Get him!
Might have tried to reason with them.
Easier this way. Trust me.
Path's clear. Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Everything will be revealed at last.
Whether you like it or not, John Natalis, Temeria will be divided.
For the good of the entire North.
The united forces of Kedwen and Redania will end the fighting among the Elder Houses and secure peace from Gorsvelen to Ellendar. At present, Temeria is starting to resemble the Pontar Valley.
Which, if I understand correctly, is currently controlled by Aedirn.
You are mistaken, Radovid. Vergen is free.
Free? What precisely does that mean?
Lormark is not Kedwen's, and Aedirn no longer controls Upper Aedirn. We have rejected Prince Stennis.
King Stennis?
And handed King Henselt's army a resounding defeat.
Your forces, my dear lass, are nothing but a motley array of rebellious peasants and elven brigands. Sooner or later, they will need to swear allegiance to someone, or they will be defeated and dispersed.
The peoples of the Pontar Valley will swear allegiance to me, Queen Saskia. As an independent realm, we hereby speak in favor of reconstituting the Council and Conclave.
You're a lovely girl, but you issue from common stock. The sole crown you are worthy of donning is a wreath woven of wildflowers. Redania will recognize no other coronation.
In that case, you must choose, King Radovid. Will you carve up Temeria, or march on the Pontar Valley? Henselt, last of the line of the Unicorns, has sworn to recognize the Pontar Valley as a free realm. Philippa Eilhart witnessed it.
Philippa Eilhart is in my dungeon, awaiting trial for treason.
She was in your dungeon, Radovid, but is no longer. She will sit at my side in Vergen as my royal advisor.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island.
The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to Cowherd at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
I'm on it.
Stand back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
If I have to, I will kill you.
Oh, oh, oh!
I mean that, my dragon.
Can I s-
Synthesis! Kill him now!
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? But can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Farewell! Something's not right! The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
Oh my god, it scared the shit out of me. Ow.
Damn it.
Oh! Ow. I'm assuming I can't block the dragon. God, get up. I can't. I don't want to kill her. She's kind of cool. Damn it. That's a cool shot. That like reminds me of Demon Souls. Anyway, where do I go? Thank God it can't knock me off. Christ. Look at it like sliding on the edge. That's fucking awesome. Dude, how do you dodge this fucking thing? Fuck it, I'll just tank it. I don't give a fuck. Every one hit I get two. Damn it. Oh. Where's the audio? Oh, this is the epilogue? Am I gonna roll credits? Her face is all like puffy.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
Dragoness. Saskia's alive. Wounded and weak from loss of blood, but alive.
The spell is still working.
Unimportant. As long as Saskia lives, there's hope that we can break it. Besides, I don't kill dragons.
Philippa won't easily give up such a powerful weapon.
Triss, please understand. The last thing I want to do is slaughter one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen. Saskia is good incarnate. She's the exact antithesis of Eilhart and your former friends. They should be punished.
You're right. I just wanted...
I know what you wanted, and you're probably right in some way. But this time, logic and calculation are unimportant. If we have even the slimmest chance of breaking the spell and freeing Saskia, we need to try.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
This should be interesting. What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kinwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
That's a cool banner. Oh no, it's the homie. Oh, he's alive.
I think he's coming too.
Oh, bollocks. The Whoreson's in agony. Won't be long now.
Look at that. The cleverest of elven bandits, beaten burnt like ordinary scum.
This is the handiwork of some mage. I'd wager my wife on it.
You shouldn't have taken that trinket. You know they'll ask what he had on him.
And you'll not peep a word. Understand?
Hey you, piss off. We've got a dangerous prisoner here.
We'll be on our way.
I should think so.
Any idea what happened to Roach?
Yes, Radovid tried to buy him off. I'm sure you can guess Roach turned him down.
Some things will never change.
Temeria might not be on the map of the North much longer, but as long as men like Roach are around, there is hope for its rebirth.
Don't pin that mess on me.
I don't intend to. You asked.
I'm warning you for the last time. You asked for it.
So can I do anything?
Want to tell me what that was about?
It's Yorvith. I owed him that much.
I guess I missed quite a bit.
Yeah. Can you help him?
I'm sorry, Geralt. This was high magic. Treating him will take time, maybe months.
I'm gonna miss the Kingslayer again. Stay with him, Triss. I'll be back for you when this is over.
Geralt.
I don't want you to get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
Not this time. I need to talk to him alone.
The magic shield came down when the deliberations ended. I'll teleport Yorveth out of here, far away to Vergen.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, man, I like can't help the homie out. Like, he's like the homie. Like, I can't not help him out. How do I even get to this dude? This way? Uh-oh. 2 mages? Oh.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the Royal Soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitresses from the Lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Alright, thanks for not murdering me. Can you move this stuff, please? Oh, there he is. Big gruesome thug.
Took you a while.
Is that bauble from Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the Megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... vodka?
Yeah, let's go.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Back with me, friend? Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ark, Sareth, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the Spectral Riders.
Know who they are? true identities of the Riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary Omen of War proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a Witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern.
There's a lot of dialogue here. Oh my god.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way, but if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the Northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Care to tell me?
No,
Wait. God, man, look at all the freaking... I'm gonna do it.
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
it wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can't change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila, killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was, how unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together, could link us. security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassins. But before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I've been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila, and now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vatir Dirido, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it. There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the lodge. Only Emir, Vatir, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How do you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move. His habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk. But it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers. And we wouldn't have if not for Yorveth Scoia'tael, another of Sheila's ideas. With Yorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the Lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Hensel's assassinations.
How did you know Foltest would come to the Monastery Solar?
Yorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the Lavalette sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when a castle's under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd seen the light. Not very believable. So one of Arian's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arian's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orange to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan, because I killed him later. Only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
When did you decide to get rid of Yorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Yorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Yorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember. So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I'd bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind. Or that Yorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You. I could have killed you in the Elven Ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
You screwed up with Henselt.
Sabrina's curse tore that down. First off, we got holed up in that hideout in the ravines. Then Sheila showed up and started watching Henselt like he was her own ass. By that time, his death was no longer necessary. fate had smiled upon us again. I learned of the summit and the efforts to reconstitute the Council and Conclave. The ideal setting for the mission's grand finale.
Alright, here we go.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
You know what? Just go away, dude.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
I bet he has some like sick item or something on him. Oh. Okay. Freaking cool, man. It's kind of weird there's no voiceover. I like wonder if my game glitched out. I don't know. But yeah. I like this game. I like it a lot, actually. It was definitely a lot more well put together than the first game as far as like the mechanics and the combat and all that. Still a little convoluted as far as, in my opinion, with the inventory and the weight system and upgrades, and like the menus were still kind of weird, especially when you go to vendors. I'm hoping the third game you know, cleans that up a lot more, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, this game is cool. I like the voice acting. I like the graphics. I like the graphics a lot in this game. I mean, I don't know what year, oh my god, I don't know what year this game came out, but it's a clean looking game still. Looks very good. Controls good. Combat's fun. Cool story, you know. And I think, because I did a little reading on my own, and before you leave chapter 1, Flotsam or whatever, like there's 2 different paths you can take. Like I can go with the elf homie, which is what I picked, or you can go with the other guy. And if you go with the other guy, it's like, I guess, a different narrative and a different chapter altogether. So I mean, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, maybe one day I'll go back and do it. I probably won't, but I'm curious to know, like, what's the other path look like? I don't know. And I feel like there's still some shit that I'm not understanding, like with the whole Wild Hunt and Yennefer and all that. Like, I don't remember that coming up in the other game, unless it was all contained in the books that I didn't read. Kind of like the books in this game. I didn't read any of the books or anything. So either there's this whole narrative contained in the written lore in this game, or I'm supposed to have read the books at this point and just be like, oh yeah, the Wild Hunt, yeah. Either way, you know, I can still mostly follow the story, so it's not that upsetting, but I can see definitely, like, you know, people that had read the books before, like, loving these games, just losing their mind about it. You know, it's like if someone made a good game of, like, the Sword of Shannara. Like, I've read all those books, or most of them anyway. And yeah, I'd lose my mind if that became a game series like this, but they tried to make it a TV show and it was terrible. So I was so excited about that too. I was so disappointed when, like, that wasn't any good. I like this art that they have for, like, the cutscenes and, you know, credits and stuff. It's really cool. I wonder how long these credits are. Dude, good stream today, man. Like, I streamed, what is this, 4 hours and 420. You know, got some new followers. You know, there's no one on here now, but hell, I mean, for a period of time, I had like 5 viewers at one point. That was fun. I usually don't get that many viewers. Oh man, thank God I got the third game on sale on Steam the other day. I think during the winter sale or whatever. Oh man, I got it cheap too. I think I got everything for, like, I want to say it was 15 or 20 bucks, but I got, like, everything, all the DLC, like the whole thing. And I hear the main game plus the DLC will keep me occupied for a very long time, which I'm like, fuck. I was kind of looking forward to, like, getting through the Witcher series here pretty quick, but from what I understand, I think that this third game with all the DLCs, like 60, 70, maybe even 80 hours worth of content. I'm like, God, it's like gonna be playing Xenoblade plus the DLC all over again. I'll be playing Witcher 3 through March. And I, like, don't even stream, or lately I haven't been streaming a whole lot because I'm so busy with work. Like, during the week, I just, you know, I'm so beat from work, I just log off and just sit there and just stare at my TV and, you know, watch some YouTube. It's only, oh, excuse me. It's only on the weekends that I really have the time to kind of sit down and, like, relax and play a game. That's not a knock on my employment, it just is what it is. But I'm definitely looking forward to the third game now. Unless there's some kind of DLC to this game that I'm not aware of, and it pops up, and I'm gonna be like, damn it, thought I was done. It says something about watch the credits to see the ending, and I'm like, I thought I just saw the ending. I'm also curious if the third game pulls over my choices I made in this game. I'm assuming it does, because this game did it from the first game. Which, I mean, it was very minor things. Like, I think they made a couple references to the first game and some of the choices I made, but aside from that, it's like, extend a hearty thank you to our wives, husbands, significant others, children large and small, and brief to all of our loved ones for the patience they showed and the support they provided throughout the time we worked on Witcher 2. This game is likewise your achievement. Oh, that's a really nice message. President of Stargard City? This game has really good music. I noticed it had some of the same tracks from the first game in certain parts, which is not a complaint. The first game had great music. I really like the music in this series. I assume the third game is just like an extravaganza, man, because I've had so many people they just go on and on and on about how good the third game is. You gotta play the third game, and I'm like, I don't understand how someone can just pick up a third game in a series and just start playing it. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm surprised I'm not reading the books right now. Usually when I start something, like I want to start from the beginning and work my way up, but I don't feel like reading. Like I think there's like 5 or 6 books. I don't feel like reading them. Not because I don't enjoy reading. I just typically on my free time, if I'm not working, I'm doing like this kind of stuff. And me doing a read of a book, probably not the best content. I wonder if that would breach some kind of terms of service. I don't know. Probably. Oh man, the credits scroll so slow. Oh man. I know I usually talk over the credits, but god dog, I just want to like finish this. Come on, man. Oh man. Well, assuming there's no DLC or anything, I can put this behind me finally. Yeah, the Witcher is definitely a cool series. I like it. I like it. I probably will read the books someday. I don't know when. But I feel like it would give me a kind of a greater clarity to the story, because especially when they talk about like, yeah, Yennefer and the Wild Hunt, I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh. Like, I mean, I know the Wild Hunt's like some kind of ghost thing, and Yennefer is someone that's important. I like wonder if because I let the dragon live and I like let the homie go, I like wonder if they'll show up in the third game. Like I'll meet the dragon lady and she's like, oh, thanks for not murdering me, and I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. But then again, like the lady controlling her, the blind lady, like she's not dead, like she's still a thing. Hell, she got away. I like this song. Dude, I'm getting spammed with fucking updates on my Twitch. What? Bunch of people are going live, apparently. Oh, man. You know, I've never even seen videos of Witcher 3. If I'm honest, I don't know anything about Witcher 3. I know like it's a game and it came out, and I knew it was about this dude. The only reason I knew that was because when I was really into Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter World, they had some kind of crossover event where this dude shows up in that universe, and you got to play as him. So of course I have no context on this. Like, okay, he's some guy with white hair that talks like an asshole. You know, cool, whatever. And I just didn't get it. You know, now I have a better understanding of kind of what was going on back then. But aside from that, like, I've never seen the third game. Well, like a buddy of mine that played, you know, the third game. Apparently he played it like obsessively. He lost his mind when that DLC came out for Monster Hunter World, and I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Whatever. I thought they had some Resident Evil stuff in Monster Hunter, but I burned out on Monster Hunter. That's my problem with games. Any game that's a grindy game, like Monster Hunter, Diablo, Hunt Showdown, hell, even Call of Duty, like, I burn out on those games because I can only play a game for so long. You know, Fall Guys is a great example. I hate Fall Guys now. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate it. I can't even play it for more than like a round before I get mad and turn it off. I can't do it no more. It's like I'll like a game so much it becomes like inversely proportional to how I feel about it, to the point I hate it and then I stop playing it. Like Hunt Showdown, I was playing that, you know, pretty consistently, and then I just got to where I was like, I don't like it no more, so I stopped playing it. I think it's I just don't like doing the same thing over and over and over. I just don't. Maybe it's some kind of like residual burnout symptoms from playing MMOs for so long. And I say MMOs plural. I only really played WoW, but yeah, I burned out on that game hard. I do miss that game though. I do like WoW. I don't play it because I don't have time. It'd be boring content. Not that anyone watches my shit anyway. But that's not true. I had some viewers today. But anyway, I'm afraid I'll get addicted again to it, because MMO addiction's a real freaking thing. Like, it really is. I don't know too many people that play World of Warcraft. I remember when WoW was like a big deal and a lot of people played it. A lot of people I knew, like a lot of people played it. And it was like this kind of like cultural phenomenon. And it's like, it's saying everyone kind of burned out on it all at once. It was around like the third expansion, like Cataclysm, where people were just kind of like, dude, I'm so over World of Warcraft. And like a lot of people I know quit playing it. I think a lot of people peaked in not burning. What's it called? Wrath of the Lich King. That's where a lot of people peaked, and then Cataclysm came out, and everyone's like, what if? The last expansion I played, I can't even remember the name of it no more. Yeah, I don't even remember what expansion it was. It was pretty good though. I remember that. It was the one where you like go to like the ship place. There's like a dock. It's all about like Vikings or something. I think that was the expansion. Oh, is that the dude that voices Geralt? Man, his name sounds so familiar. I'm like trying to find the dude that voices that one elf guy. Shit, I don't see him on there, or I missed him. Yeah, some names I've never heard of. Okay. God, look at how long these credits are gonna take and how slow it's going. Look, additional actors, and it starts. I'm not sure what Julie's out there. It starts with A. Look, it's at A. Whatever. I'm in it for the long haul. I talk over credits. It's a thing that I do for most games. If it's some freaking Kickstarter game, hell no. Nope. I remember the like what was that game called? The Among the Sleep, I think was the name of it. It was some game where you play as a toddler, and it was like a horror game of all things. And man, those credits go on forever and ever and ever and ever. And there was some other Kickstarter game where I've heard the credits are like 4 hours because of all the like Kickstarter people. Ridiculous. I like remember the credits for Strike Suit Zero were pretty long. I actually in that gameplay I just stopped them. I was like, all right, in the gameplay. And then I sat there for like another 20 minutes watching them until I saw my name in the credits, and I was like, woo. Oh man. Well, I guess I'll start the third game tomorrow. Shit, I didn't even think I had the third game installed. Figure that out. At this rate, I'll be sitting here through tomorrow. God, man. English local. So like, did this game not come out here? Was this like a I don't know what part of the world it's from. Did it start there and they brought it over to America? Huh. I don't know. English voiceover. Additional voice director. Imagine being a voice director for this game. Alright, girl. You have to deliver these lines like you're bored, but you have to be a smartass. And he's like, okay. I can't think of like Geralt using too many range of emotions in this game. I can't think of a single cutscene where like he actually gets kind of excited, like. Wait, are these the voice actors? Doug Ockel? Who played the elf guy? Mark Frost? Okay, that name sounds familiar. Wait, isn't Mark Frost one of the dudes that made Twin Peaks? Yeah, he is. He's one of the No, that can't be the same guy. There has to be another Mark Frost. There you go. Okay, Mark Frost is a voice actor known for voicing Yorvith. Okay, well, he's known for one thing. I was like, it can't be the Mark Frost from Twin Peaks. I'm pretty sure he died. Anyway, I looked up him because just the way his voice, he sounded so familiar. I'm like, God, I swear I've heard this guy before. I like wonder what other languages they have. Like, is there like a you know, Spanish version of this game? Like, I can hear Geralt being a smartass in Spanish. That'd be hilarious. The French. Oh man. And nap. No point in napping now. It's about time to go to bed. Dude, how long are these credits, man? I'm about to just call it. I'm like all for like talking through credits, but frick. I know it's tradition on my channel. I talk over the credits, but even I have my limits. Like, how long have I been doing this? It's been at least 15 minutes for sure, because I remember making a 420 reference earlier. Like, dude, hey, all right. I'm gonna do this. Can I make the credits go faster, maybe? No? Sometimes you can hold like a button or the down arrow and they'll like scroll faster. Like, dude, like, are we really gonna sit through the German names? Yes, we are. Well, now I get to know all the German actors. Marcus Pfeiffer is Geralt. Peter Harding? Isn't Harding a German name? Okay, alright, that's it. I've now hit my limit. How do I get past this? I can't skip it? No way. I'm stuck with the credits? No way. Oh no. Welp. Guess we're in it for the long haul, people. Oh, sad face. Sick content, bro. I can't believe how long I streamed today. I usually don't stream this long. Usually I'm like a 2 or 3 hour, you know, kind of dude. But, you know, me streaming anything over like 3 hours is like... I didn't really have a lot going on today. I mean, I did some work in the morning. And I was pretty busy this morning with different stuff. And then I made some lunch and cleaned around the house. And then I just was like, all right, well, I've done all my like adult stuff. I guess I'll play video games the rest of the day. I can't read this. What language is it? Oh my god. I can't stop yawning. Fall asleep. Do a sleep stream. I've like seen streamers do that, like a sleep stream, and I'm like, you're brave, man, because like I don't know what I do in my sleep. You know, for all I know, I like cry all night in my sleep, or like I do like gross things in my sleep. You know, like who knows? Like they're brave. I'd probably have to record myself for like a week to figure out what my sleep habits are before I'd be comfortable doing them. Like, well, Kenzo, you actually fart quite loudly, like 75% of the night. And then if you're not farting, you're sobbing hysterically into your pillow. Okay. I thought that was drool on my pillow. It's tears. Okay. I know I have a proclivity for like night terrors and shit like that. I mean, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact I watch a lot of scary movies all the time. I'm sure that's completely unrelated. I also had this new thing lately where like I wake up at about 3:30 on the dot, like heart racing. I'm like sweating. It's not like I'm kind of scared sometimes. It's weird. It's been happening for like a month now. And it's not every night, but I'd say it's like more than twice a week, more than 3 times a week. And every time I look at that clock, it's 3:30. And every time I'm like, fuck, I hope I can go back to sleep. And sometimes I'm up until like 5:30. Then I fall back asleep just in time for my alarm to go off at 6. And I'm like, damn it. Propaganda? I seriously can't skip this? Like... Yeah, I've hit every button on my controller. There's no way to skip it. Is this seriously gonna go through like every freaking, like the whole credits and whatever languages? Is this Russian? Arg. God dog, I'm sleepy. Hungarian localization. Oh man. I can't. All right, you let me know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off my camera and mute my thing, and I'm just gonna go use the bathroom. So I'll be right back. god. I think it's gonna be over. I think the credits are all. It's gotta be done. Usually when you start seeing like this kind of crap, it usually means the credits are over. Oh man, they like listed off like every localization on the planet. And I'm like, all right, great. It's in like every language. Oh man, The Witcher 3 is probably gonna be just as bad. Alright. Wait, is it like... Oh, what is going on?